beautiful Thursday morning here in Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. You're welcome to another engaging episode of the conversation on TOS TV Network. My name is Ade Suwasi. Now, the road preceding 2023 presidential elections particularly has been laced with so many twists and turns, and it's looking like we have yet to see the half of it. Now, looking into, the APC, that's the ruling APC, presidential primaries that's supposed to happen next week, Monday. Despite having screened 23 presidential candidates, the president, Muhammadu Buhari, held a meeting with 22 APC governors, and the outcome of the meeting is looking as though we're going to be seeing what we saw, ahead of the APC National Convention, where a last-minute consensus was held, and the president, sort of imposed the candidates on them, and it's looking like that's what we're going to be seeing at the presidential primaries, on Monday. And so on the conversation today, we're looking at, is President Buhari going to be imposing a consensus candidate on the party? My guest today, Jack Pabanjo, is joining me via the telephone. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Adesu.
Yes, it's a pleasure to have you. Now, let's move straight into it. Going by the meeting, the outcome of the meeting that the president had with the APC candidates a few days ago, is it looking like the president has a preferred candidate among the 23 vying for his position in 2023?
Can you come with that question again?
But can you hear me clearly now?
Yes.
Okay, so I was saying, going by the outcome of the meeting that the president had with, APC governors, is it looking like he has a preferred candidate among the 23 that has been screened for his position in 2023?
Good morning, Nigerians, and thank you for having me, Adesua.
You're welcome.
As a matter of fact, I think it's important to probably agree with your position. And I slightly will deviate a bit just to give a background to what I think and then answer that question.
Okay.
Top on the list for me is the fact that the APC have been thrown off the balance because of the result of the presidential primary of the People's Democratic Party that eventually made former Vice President of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, to emerge as the candidate representing them, the flag bearer for the PDP in 2023. Now, talking about consensus, we're talking about a political party and all the stakeholders. It could be the National Working Committee, it could be the delegates, it could be progressive governors of the APC. All of them are trying to align. And the word the president actually used when he had a meeting with the progressive governors is that he told them, let our thoughts converge. I mean, convergence when it comes to politics is talking about a political party or a group of people trying to establish a common goal. And so what I believe that the president has been trying to do is that it looks like President Muhammadu Buhari have a secret candidate, a secret consensus candidate. Somebody that he prefers to emerge as the flag bearer of the political party to represent them in the forthcoming election in 2023. I think he has narrowed down to one of the 23 aspirants. And so I believe very strongly that the president has somebody in mind. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's narrowing down to someone out of the 23 people.
Okay. I'm going to read you something that the president said. It's just a follow-up question to what you said. He said the objective of the party must be victory, and the choice candidate must be someone who would give the Nigerian masses a sense of victory and confidence even before the election so that the party could retain power at the center. Do you think that is what the idea is? Or is the president just really scared or worried about Atiku's emergence as, presidential candidate for the PDP?
I don't know if you agree with me, Adesua, that the APC in the last 7 years have not been able to convince Nigerians that they have a very good plan or a better plan than that of the PDP when they were in power for 16 years.
Okay.
And so in the last 7 years, I think Nigerians are not convinced that the APC have what it takes to actually move Nigeria to the next level. Now, having said that, it is also important to establish the fact that Nigerians seems to be tired of the current administration, and that's because there are so many things happening at the same time. Security is one of them. You will talk about the prices of food commodities. You will talk about the cost of living of a typical Nigerian that has really skyrocketed. And so people are not finding life easy under this administration. And it's not looking like anything is going to change before the 2023 election. So the APC have looked inward, and they cannot actually compete with the PDP in 2023 with whatever they have achieved. The only thing that is left for that party today is to bring someone that Nigerians can accept and someone that Nigerians can believe in enough. So it's not going to be based on the party. What they have, the only thing they have left now is to bring a credible someone that looks or that have the outlook of carrying or having the ability to be able to change things, even if they go for the persona. And so what the APC have today is not a political party that can actually compete favorably at the polls in 2023, but they are looking inward to presenting someone who is credible, somebody who appears like he can give Alhaji Atiku Abubakar a big fight at the polls. And that is somebody that Nigerians can actually accept as an individual, even though the person may be running on the platform of the APC. But that person must have the credibility, the intelligence, the ability, the capacity to be able to transform whatever the APC have been able to or have not been able to achieve in the last 7 years.
So you think Sorry to interject you. So you think the president's judgment, going by, you said they have to present someone that is credible, whether he's running under the APC or not. You think the president's judgment should be trusted on that one? The president is in the best position to maybe pick that candidate that maybe Nigerians are looking for.
All right. I believe that President Muhammadu Buhari, even though the party that he's been representing in the last 7 years as the president of Nigeria, and his own person too. I remember that Nigerians went out, overwhelmingly to vote for the person of the current president of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, and that was because here was a man that probably had some issues when he was, the military head of state of Nigeria. But as a matter of fact, when he competed in another party for about 3 times and he couldn't win, and then there was a merging of a political party that can take the PDP to the cleaners in 2014-2015 elections. So it became really very clear that people actually considered, one, a new party, and number two, they looked at the person of the former head of state, Muhammadu Buhari, and so that really gave the PDP a fight, and they lost the election in 2014-2015. And so the president, in the persona of Muhammadu Buhari today, has also disappointed Nigerians, especially political players who believe so much in him, who look forward to having a better Nigeria under his administration. But unfortunately, we have had a lot of things that have tainted his personality, tainted his leadership. Top of the list is the fact that he's a Fulani man, and the fact that the Fulani people had a field day under his administration. We heard so much about the Fulani, the herders and the farmers' crisis that has metamorphosed into a banditry, kidnapping, a lot of things happening today. So he is lost it in terms of his person. and the party also, the APC, have lost it in terms of a political party. And so whatever they are doing right now is to put their best foot forward. And that's why they are looking for one individual. And the president is of the opinion, is really very serious about the fact that he knows the person who actually can represent the party right now in the next poll, and the person's carryability, ability, capacity, capability, and the persona of that person will be able to take the PDP to the plenary come 2023. So the president actually thinks that he can narrow down to one person that can emerge as a consensus candidate for the APC.
Okay, we're actually out of time, but I want to put you on the spot right here. Who's your preferred candidate among the 23 vying for presidency in the APC?
Oh, are you asking for my personal opinion on this matter?
Yes, I am.
As a political pundit, since I'm totally apolitical, I don't belong to. I'm not a card-carrying member of any political party. I can tell you that out of the 23 candidates 23 aspirants representing or trying to become the candidate, one of them emerging as a candidate. I rather, as a pundit, we look at the person of Rotimi Amechi. And now, a lot of people may not agree with me, and that's okay. That's the way I have played the draft. I've looked at the personality behind all the 23 candidates, and I'm beginning to narrow down to the fact that a Rotimi Amechi could actually be the person the president is talking about. And if it happens not to be that, then the president is not looking far. He's looking at his current vice president.
Okay. All right. Thank you for joining me on the conversation and sharing your thoughts with me this morning. It's such a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And thank you for staying with me up until now on the conversation. Don't forget that you can join the conversation, continue the conversation actually, across our social media platforms. So it's TOS TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The channel to subscribe to on YouTube is TOS TV Network as well. And of course, stream our website, www.tostvnetwork.com for news, stories and happenings from across the world. Thank you again. My name is Adesuwa Osuyi. I'll see you again tomorrow.